one hand, another hand, finger in the nose. Today I have something pretty amazing for you because Act 2 from Runway is out. I did some extensive testing to show you its strengths and also weaknesses. And I made a little short film that I hope you enjoy. But before that, please let me know if you like to render videos online or offline locally. So write in the comments either online or local so I know. By the way, also don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter for AI where you get access to exclusive content and other interesting facts and information about AI. Let's get started. And the first thing I want to show you is the short film I created. Here it is.
Stand down, witch. The villagers say you curse the crops and summon beasts in their home.
And did the villagers also tell you how they cut down half my grove for firewood? Strange how they left out that part.
Whatever their crimes, dark magic is no justice.
And still is? You come with a sword, not a question. Who is truly dangerous here?
I go where evil steers, and your name is whispered with fear.
Fear is often louder than truth. And my name is whispered because I do not bow, not because I do harm.
Then prove it. Lift the course. Help the village.
Will they help me rebuild what they stole? Or is forgiveness a one-way road in your chivalrous code?
Perhaps there's a better way. A fair trade, you and your spell, and I ensure they leave your woods untouched.
Okay, but only if they like and subscribe.
Personally, I'm pretty amazed by that result. It looks so beautiful. It was super easy because you only need the input video and then an image, no prompt, nothing, just click and it renders for you. Now, the voices I actually enhanced inside of CapCut to give them these nice voice effects, but that's about it. So now I will show you exactly how I did that on the website. So here we are on the Runway website, and Runway is a master of hiding things inside of their UI, even if it is new functions that they should really promote. So if you think, where is Act 2? It is this tiny button down here. You have to click on that. And then you have two areas. You have the input video where you want to record your own performance. And then below that you put the image that you want to use to render. And then you just click on generate and it's going to generate the video for you. And that's already it. Like, that's how easy that is. There is not that much more to say. Well, actually there is something more to say. Let me slow this down a little bit because there is a setting for facial expressions, and that's also very well hidden. So down here you have a second one for settings. And you can click on that and it pops up this little thing which has two sliders here. One slider is for facial expressiveness, and this is really only the facial expressiveness, but not exactly, not really. There's a little bit of a caveat to that. So with the facial expressiveness slider, you can adjust if you want to have more or less facial expressiveness, and this does help with the face. But I have noticed that when you have a higher facial expressiveness and you do other things with your hands or with objects in the video, they get rendered often in a wrong way. So for me personally, I found that object tracking didn't work so well, but for other people it did. I will show you examples about that. And then also you have here an on and off switch or a second slider for gesture if it is supposed to use the motion and gesture driving performance from your input video. That's about it. There you go. So now let's look at some test videos that I have created and also side-by-side videos. So in the first example that I have here, you can see that I tried to make different finger movements. Now that includes to try to make this kind of like finger movement where I make two rings with my fingers, and that didn't quite work. Then also trying to connect the fingertips. Also there it had a bit of a problem, but the movement of all 10 fingers, that worked surprisingly well. Now I also tried to pick up my glasses from the face because the character here he also has glasses, but it didn't quite understand that gesture. So it can do some complexity, and I'm very impressed by the finger tracking, but then if you want to interact with objects and touch them, there is a little bit of a limitation, at least from my testing. In the second example, I have here some rotation of the head. Now, the strange thing is that the character is opening the mouth when he rotates the head, and that might be because of my beard. Then the hand moving in front of the face actually worked surprisingly well, where you see all the 10 fingers, but then also see my face behind that. And then afterwards, the next test was also very interesting, where I try to have this kind of triangle with my fingers. It did do that, but it didn't quite go to the same position where I look through the triangle. I tried to do some pretty extensive facial expression. And here the interesting thing is that actually it was not too bad with the facial expression, but the one thing I couldn't get it to do was to put out the tongue. And I even had an input image that has the tongue already out, but that was something that the model just didn't want to do, no matter what I tried. But the rest of it I'm actually pretty happy with. Maybe the face movement, where I make this kind of like kind of face, is a little bit blurry, but the rest of it is tracking pretty good. Now in this next example here, I'm holding a tennis ball and I'm moving it around. I want to move it from side to side, from hand to hand. And in this example, that trick did not work. However, the same trick kind of worked in the next video. So here you have another video where the fireball doesn't really have flames, but it does go from one hand to the next. Now, this works pretty well so far. When it comes back, the fireball duplicates sadly and the effect breaks apart, but it's halfway there, so that's already a pretty good start. However, here we have a video from Jamie, and as you can see, for him, the object tracking works way better than for me. So I have to figure out how specifically to do that. I didn't see any other tracking. Maybe it's down to my webcam or the lighting or the green screen in the background. There might be many reasons, but as you can see with this example, you can actually make it work in a very nice way. So overall, that new tech is pretty impressive. And the short film that I did was done really nicely and easy and quick. So you can do your short films with that, create all these different scenes and dialogue with emotion, expression. I find that pretty amazing. I didn't think we get so far so soon. And this is really a very, very big step. Let me know in the comments what you think about this tech. And again, please comment online or local so I know what you prefer. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and see you soon. Bye.